That's pretty cool.
That's the type of game that we're dealing with here.
It feels like an interesting honesty to that, you know?
Yeah.
Like the game's just like, yeah, I'm a game.
It seems to just be that the developers leveraged the fact that, like, they didn't have adequate development time for the game.
I'm like, well, guess we're making a joke.
Because there's all sorts of just, like, weird, fucky things with the physics and stuff like that. And they just embrace it. Which I can appreciate. Also, let me switch over the title and everything.
I think it's extra funny that it's the Patrick Star game that ends up like that. Like, the SpongeBob games are like, straightforward games. And the Patrick Star one is the
Outright Games is not a developer. They're a publisher.
Outright is such a fucking interesting name choice. I say that with like a little bit of contempt. I hope that came through.
They're the modern king of shovelware.
I prefer the Adventure King of shovelware, personally.
Yeah, publisher's Outright Games. The developer was PHL Collective. But yeah, it has really good reviews, though. It's the only Outright Games game that I know of that has, like, super positive reviews. No, they're just the publisher. Like, I mean, they publish shovelware games, so they're probably involved in, like, acquiring the licenses. And then developers come to them to make things with the licenses, type of deal. The One Ring stage. I thought I already beat this one. I guess this is a little different. I always forget that there's a double jump in these games. Like, you'd think I'd be used to it by now because there have been so many Sonic games now with the double jump.
It felt like such a weird addition back in Colors. Because at that point, the only other times it appeared were in Sonic Blast and Sonic R. I hope the way I pronounced Blast had like a reasonable amount of contempt in it, by the way.
My understanding, well, this is all just like guessing, but just it's an educated guess. Is that Outright Games probably like sets the deadlines for everything and stuff like that too? You know.
Yeah, that sounds like something a publisher would do.
They're probably involved because like some publishers, it's like you make a game and then you find a publisher, right? But it can also be the publisher like recruits developers to like make things that they have bought licenses for. That used to be a bigger thing back in the day. You know, when licensed games happened for like everything all the time. Yeah. They've weirdly started making comeback, and it's mostly just because of this one publisher for some reason. Like, it's pretty much just Outright Games.
Well, like Outrun games or In Wrong. I don't know. I'm tired. I'm ready to back the name.
They're kind of it's like a classic sort of like system at this point, you know. And apparently, well, I saw somebody talking about this the other day. Is that part of the reason that they're able to do this again now is because of the success of the Switch? Because if you remember the like the golden age, if you want to call it that, of shovelware licensed game stuff was the Wii era, and the Switch is the first time since the Wii that we've had a game console that popular. In fact, it's more popular than the Wii was. More people, like the Switch at this point has outsold the Wii. And it is Nintendo's best-selling console ever. Well, I mean,
don't
if
know
you're
why.
excluding the DS. Because it's just a handheld, but yeah.
I mean, so's the Switch.
Like, in terms of home consoles, the Switch is their best-selling one ever. Which is still really interesting to me because I also remember an era where people were like, are game consoles like even going to like continue existing? I remember that being a question for a long time. Although that was mostly like during the Wii U era, where I think it really was like a question of if game consoles are going to survive. And now we have one of the best-selling game consoles ever.
God, the Wii U was an interesting time. Because I remember like you know,
Yeah, it is a big hub
people were.
world.
I think I remember they had like some little tech demo where there was a bird flying over like a lake. And it looked like an Xbox 360 game, which at the time was a huge step up from the Wii. I remember that was really exciting. Everybody's like, "Oh damn, they're making a real game for the real console for the real gamers again. Look at this bird. The bird is reflected in the water." And then it comes out, and you know it still looks like the Xbox 360. Which apparently, you know, at that point, which apparently wasn't actually the great thing everybody thought it was when they saw the bird.
It was just better than the Wii, so they're like... At first they're like, oh shit, it's like modern consoles. Except for, you know, the other consoles had like moved on graphically speaking from there. Which is, it's really funny that that was like a big contention with the Wii U. And also it is with the Switch to some extent. Like you always hear people complain about the Switch's graphics. But like, it doesn't really seem to matter because, you know, the console... Now the consoles that aren't doing well are Sony and Xbox. Like Sony and Microsoft, you know?
Yeah, because the problem is that they're just functionally they're just bad PCs.
It's like, I have no need for those because I have my PC, you know? And I have a PS4. And I have a Switch. There's literally no world in which I would need an Xbox, you know?
Yeah. The
And
other
obviously
issue
no
is
world
like...
where I need a PS5.
The other issue is that because PCs are like one format, right? And because you... I don't know, like a PC's upgradable and also is inherently backwards compatible, which overcomes the main problem of consoles now, which is just... Games take too fucking long to make. So each generation gets like 4 exclusives per system or whatever.
So people are a little bit worried about like how powerful Nintendo's next console is going to be. Like they're a little bit worried if it's going to be more powerful than the Switch. Significantly, you know? Because one of the reasons the Switch has done so well is that it's much easier to develop for than any of the other consoles. So they're worried that Nintendo's gonna fall prey to development cycles getting out of hand. They managed to survive by having development cycles that are not out of hand.
If there's one thing Nintendo can be counted on, it's to do exactly what they fucking want and not listen to anybody, right?
Isaiah.
And if they ended up like fucking going try hard with the specs or whatever, it'd be because everybody's trying to push them into it.
Isaiah.
So I think we need to just count on the fact that they're difficult. That's their saving grace at the minute.
Cause what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, cause Nintendo famously was just like, we have like a ton of games like that are already just done and we're just sitting on them and just like releasing them over time. That's why they've been releasing a bunch of games that like don't have like day one updates and stuff like that consistently. Cause like they had them done like long in advance. Oh yeah, see what Ruby just said in the chat, Beth.
I need to get back to I before I can do that, I need to get back to the Twitch tab. I accidentally left it at the beginning of the stream, and it's like off screen because the amount of tabs I have, you know. So I am like I've been closing tabs literally the entire runtime of the stream, at like an average of about like probably about 3 every 10 seconds.
Oh boy!
And I've only just managed to get to the reference images for Kasane Tato I used yesterday.
Oh my god! Well, just click on the link again. It's in Discord.
That's gonna open another tab that's off screen. So the second I like click off that, I'm gonna be able to find it again. Oh, there's the Sonic 2 boss theme. I'm in the tab! Yeah, I got it! I fucking did it. I
don't know how you live like this, but this is a very damn bitch you live like this moment.
I think I'm just used to like that's just how I live in general, is just I scrape by in this disorganized haze.
I put all my YouTube videos that I want to watch later into a queue, so I don't have to have tabs open for all of them.
Well, I have like a watch later, but I never watch it. So
well, use that instead of your tabs.
No, but it's full of so much shit that I don't want to watch, so I can't use it.
Well, remove them.
Elena, it has like 20,000 videos. I'm not going through it and removing ones I don't want.
I have a big playlist of videos too, and I just remove them when I'm done watching them. I think this is a lot. I can't even get Bis to stop using Google Chrome.
I will do it when I have a day to get it all sorted, okay? It's not easy
We're not gonna fix these things, I think. Bis will just be like this. We've got to accept that.
I think that's the most hurtful thing you've ever said about me, ever.
What?
I think you've accidentally stepped on the rawest nerve I have.
Oh no.
I now just wish I had never been born to begin with. I hate you.
Oh, I'm sorry. Bis can totally change.
You have literally ruined my life in the most mean-spirited way possible.
No.
You've killed me.
No, I was trying to be nice. I was like, well, maybe we should quit getting on Bis's case so much then. Maybe we should be nice to Bis and let them live their life. That's what I meant.
I just think that, like, I think, like, usually the solution is just finding something that works around my psychology, right? Because that's all you can do, is you're saddled with whatever, like, barely functional husk your upbringing gave you, and you gotta figure out how to make it work, right? So at some point, I'm gonna figure out I'm probably gonna install a plugin that makes closing a tab make an explosion noise or something, and that'll probably fix the problem.
But speaking of explosions,
could somebody please make a plugin that makes it so every tab you close explodes, and like little bits of the screenshot like fly all over your computer, and it's like it uses your GPU. It's like ray trace.
Speaking of explosions,
so good.
I talked about this during Zelda. I sent you a link to it. I don't know if you saw it, but did you hear that there was a right-wing Brazilian politician who exploded himself recently?
Like bomb?
Yeah, he accidentally blew himself up trying to commit a terrorist attack. And nobody else was hurt. Nothing was damaged. Nobody else was hurt. Only him.
I was really hoping this was on purpose. Like, at this point, because like I was about to say, like, I think that's kind of commendable, you know.
No, he was just really upset that he lost the election he was in. So he went to like the Senate building. I was gonna blow up the statue out in front of it, and the thing I was reading said it bounced off of it Looney Tunes style, and hit him directly in the head, killing him instantly.
Wait. Did the explosion hit them in the head, or did the bomb hit them in the head,
killing him instantly?
And then it exploded.
Or I think it exploded when it hit him, killing him instantly. And there were like witnesses there. Like they said they were across the street at the bus stop, and they saw this happen.
Could you imagine just being at the bus stop waiting for your ride?
Apparently his last words were something like, "Shit, statues deserve dynamite."
Oh my fucking god!
I know it. It's like it was like a comedy. Can't believe it. Apparently apparently people close to him said this was because he was upset about a recent divorce he went through. That's why he did all this.
So I think the takeaway here is that we need to get more of them divorced.
Yeah, it's an incredible story.
I think that being like far right and being a divorce guy is like a really funny instance of chicken and egg. Because they come as a package so often.
Yeah.
And either one can lead into the other. Oh, have you heard? So okay, so like, you know, I'm not immune to believing things just because I want to, right? I'm a fallible person, right?
Uh-huh.
But there's a lot of reports that like Trump is fucking sick of Elon. There's a lot of reports that like there was accounts of like Elon is spending all of his time at the Mar-a-Lago, where it's basically like just kind of like following Trump around like a little baby duckling and stuff. And, like apparently Trump is reported saying something along the lines of like this guy never goes home, I can't get rid of him.
Oh my god.
I love this. It's so funny to me. I love the idea of like socially inept Elon Musk just sort of hanging around as like your in-person reply guy.
Oh god. It's incredible. I got music from Sonic Generations. The game
Elon's
that
next
I'm
full
playing.
arc is already brewing.
Or well, the game that this is attached to.
In fact, that's the music from the Shadow boss fight.
Yeah. That's really funny.
That's incredible.
With this. I got page 2 to 3.
I recently watched... Okay, so you know... Okay, Eleni, wait, has anybody in chat ever watched Zero Punctuation? I think it might be a thing that, like... I think Elena missed the era of the internet where that was relevant. Okay, Chroma has.
I've never heard of it.
So I've watched... I used to watch a lot of it. And I've also, like, seen the guy's, like, Let's Play channel he had with a friend for a while. So I kind of, like, know the kind of guy he is, right? Like, I'm a little bit familiar with him and his story and everything. He recently went indie. Like, because basically the website that, the website he was making videos for is the same one that, Jim Stefan Sterling used to be on. And, like, pretty much everybody from there who had any talent is, like, slowly leeching away over the years, right? But yeah. So he's, like, doing his stuff indie now, right?
Charge up the chaos control. I think there's specific things you have to hit for that.
I think it's punting enemies.
Aww.
But yeah,
I don't really
so
know
he
what
did
that
like
sound was.
he did like a video, right? He did a video on this game. And it was amazing how just like I think he's just too old. Like all of his commentary on this game was just like a series of like emo jokes and stuff you'd expect from like the 2000s, you know. it was just a lot, because like that's I think that's part of the thing people don't really think about enough when it comes to like the way Sonic games were looked at in the 2000s. Is a lot of the press were old farts, effectively, and it was like it's like a generational thing, right? But it's just so interesting just to see somebody who's just still living in 2005, you know? Not just in so much as, you know, their opinion of the franchise, but also the reason.
Say about the game?
Like, most of it was just him being like, oh, Shadow's edgy. He's emo, haha. Hair. Linkin Park.
What?
Linkin Park. It was just that sort of stuff. And it's like...
I get Linkin Park confused with Coldplay. I don't think they're anything alike, though.
I don't think they're anything alike either. Linkin Park did
like
the song that
like,
Kleiner sings in that one video.
Linkin Park, Coldplay, Imagine Dragons, They Might Be Giants, those are all the same band in my head. I don't know if there's any overlap with any of those, but...
There's every band from the 2000s was the same band.
Every band from the 2000s that's like guys, and that I've never listened to any of their music, they're all the same.
Well, you see, they're all the same because you've never listened to their music.
My experience with 2000s music is like early 2000s, like Smash Mouth, stuff like that.
Wow.
And the reason that I don't know a lot of music from when I was little is because... Or from when I was a kid, is because the only music that I ever listened to was from my parents. And my parents stopped following music in like the early 2000s. Like after that point, they like weren't keeping up with anything, so I didn't hear any contemporary music. Unless it was like in a commercial or something.
I think maybe a bit of both, Chroma. Like... Yeah, I don't know, that feels like right. Like, he sounds like a guy who, like... He probably has, like, a life that's mostly like centered that, around, like...
Doesn't, like, know anything about how the series has been doing in recent times?
Yeah, because, like, he has this bit where he's like, oh, it's weird how they didn't, like, ever try and, like, do self-parody of this series. Like, why is that? Like, why aren't they goofing about all this stuff a bit more? And it's like...
Sonic Lost World in the corner.
Yeah, like, that's the entire 2010s, buddy. Nobody liked it. Like, he acknowledged those games existed, right? And that people didn't like them. But, like, seemingly doesn't seem to have understood that, like, the thing he's suggesting has been tried and it sucked. And it's like, I think it's this thing where it's like, at this point... I think time at this point is finally giving this series its dues, right? Because, like, I think we're at the point now where it's like people who get what it's about, who got what it's about when they were kids, have grown up, right? So you have a lot of, and you know, it's like we're at the cringe is dead movement at the minute, right? Cynicism is out, believing in things is in, right? And at this point, I kinda just don't fucking care. Like, at one point, it'd be easy to be, like self-conscious, like, to, like, take this stuff to heart, right? But I don't know, like, fucking... I
failed. No.
I mean, you failed.
No, I failed.
But, you know, what's the name of that really boring game review guy? Like, the one who's, like, just white noise. But everybody likes him.
Arlo?
Like, he's like... No. He's like more... He's like SpongeBob if he was like a games guy.
I have no idea. I just wanted to take a moment to dunk on Arlo.
He's like he's like, you know, he's like presentable. No, not irate gamer. No, I mean like he's presentable and like somewhat likable, but he's like very like middle of the road. He's like just kind of a guy you watch, and he's like pretty agreeable. His videos were on TV one time, like a
Scott the Woz?
Channel. Scott the Woz, yeah, Scott the Woz. Scott the Woz did a video on Sonic. Scott the Woz did a video on Sonic Frontiers and was like,
him, but his name is funny to me.
It is
I
pretty
think
funny.
Kelsey tried to show me a video of his once, and she was like, "This is so funny, it's like hilarious," and I was like, not into it at all. I didn't get that.
Look at this. Nitro Rad I think is actually pretty cool. Like I don't know, like Nitro Rad is still kind of like he's a reviewer, not an essayist. So he's like at least seems like he's got a bit of something about him, you know.
I think that this conversation is just revealing that I don't watch video game YouTubers.
You probably benefit a lot from that, to be honest. But wait, where was I going with this? Yeah, so it's just
that I watch.
So Scott the was saying like, oh, it's cool that they've got stories in these games again, because it's like if when you have a game that's just sort of joking about it, pretend if you're playing a game, it might as well dignify itself by taking itself seriously, right? He said something to the effect of that, like they might as well do something, right? And if somebody is like milquetoast as Scott the was is saying that, then you've won, Scott the was is like the overturned window embodied. He's just a centrist gamer.
I just keep getting recommendations from his Scott's Stash channel all the time, and I never watched them.
Me neither. I've barely watched anything he's done. Okay, here's my opinions, right? Okay. Some Call Me Johnny, right? Is the exact kind of reviewer I don't like, but I still watch him anyway because I have such good memories of him, and like the stuff he used to do on that commentary channel he does stuff for, Brain Scratch commentaries. That like, it's like I can't live not watching his reviews. Like I have to occasionally tune in, right? Andy's a nice guy.
Andy's a nice
Nitro.
guy?
Yeah, he's a nice
Who's
guy.
Andy?
Yeah. Oh, Some Call Me Johnny. He was like a YouTube game reviewer. Used to get a lot of attention with his Sonic stuff.
I finally cleared one of those little side mission things.
I guess he's I'd say he's a millennial. Yeah. Nitro Rad, I think, like, I think that, like, his tendency to go for, like, he's kind of an advanced platform appreciator and a little bit of, like, he's an advanced platform appreciator. He's big into the sort of, like, early 2000s, like, mascot platform. Like, he did a lot of reviews of, like, mascot platforms in the early 2000s. He has, like, a couple things. He sometimes gets a little bit more analytical of stuff. Like, when he does... Like, sometimes he's kind of like a basic gamer man. But then when he talks about stuff like Undertale or Yume Nikki or Lisa or whatever, you can kind of see he has a bit more going on. Sometimes he does, like, comedy skit stuff as well, and those tend to be pretty good. He's like alright, he's pretty good. Also, I like how he independently decided to call Penny's Big Breakaway Penny's Big Butthole. I think.
So you should be to that.
Yeah, it's funny because that's what me and Elena were just calling it independently.
Well, I started calling it that, and you were upset at me for calling it that. And then you started calling it that, like, out of like grudgingly. You're like, because I like got it in your head.
Well, that's how our sense of humor works. Is one of us comes up with something, and the other one begrudgingly adopts it eventually.
What was I gonna say?
The completionist sucks.
Oh yeah, about millennials. Was like technically, like by most metrics, I count as a millennial. But like it doesn't feel right because like most of the people like the culture of people who are millennials, like millennial like the stuff like they grew up with and like that kind of stuff, like the stuff you associate with people from that generation, is mostly people who are like 10 years older than me, people in like their mid to late 30s are millennials, whereas everything like that I like know growing up and everything is more like what you'd associate with Gen Z, because I'm like right on the cusp, right? Because like Gen Z is supposed to be everybody born in 1997 and later. I think 1997 to 2012 I think is Gen Z, but I was born at the very end of 1996, so Like I think it would make more sense to count me in that generation, you know?
I think being a queer internet artist fundamentally fucks up your sense of generation, right?
I
Because it's
say,
like, I played I played an actual Nintendo 64 when I was a kid, right? But also I've seen all of Skibbity Toilet. So it's like I'm just sort of fundamentally ageless, you know.
if I was 3 years older, I'd be posting office gifs instead of wiggler gyrating. Oh no.
I was born early 1994, and I feel fucking ancient as a result.
Yeah, Bis, you're much more of a millennial than I am, then. Like you're within that range, fully.
You're just laying into me this stream. I don't know how I'm gonna
I'm
fucking have the will to
sorry.
live afterwards.
I'm sorry to be the one to break it to you that you're a millennial. But yeah, you don't really feel like one either. You know, you don't like you explained why. So I don't need to go
Yeah, I'm
over it,
largely
but,
just a
like,
freak.
yeah.
I it's largely just a freak. There's people my
fair.
age who like have kids in like who have kids that are like, you know, like in midway through high school or whatever, and I'm like, been really getting into boobar recently.
Yeah, I know. It's like you reach a certain age, and then it's like booba makes sense. Suddenly we understand booba. Like, and that's the thing too, is I was thinking about that last night because we watched like one of the episodes of Booba, and I realized we were looking into it more than like any child ever would, because like I was like thinking about like how the performances of each Booba is unique because like they each have their own actor and stuff like that. And we were like studying like what like differences each of them had and how they perform.
I think that Boobar is accidentally like a piece of high art, you know. I think that the influences from real life science. I think the combination of like very cutesy, outwardly feminine aesthetics with effectively just a lot of bald fat fucks is like kind of queer and cool. I genuinely like.
It takes a deeply developed mind to truly understand Booba. You're not wrong.
I see something of myself within these bars, and they bring me great joy. I hate the segments where they put humans in, though. Those are worthless. I always skip that. It's the majority of the show, but I skip it.
Yeah. Only about like less than half of the show is actually the Booba segments.
It's just the aesthetics
the intro,
of those.
The intro is pretty long. And then you have a little Booba segment, and then you have half the show, like 50% of it is the story time thing. Then you have another Booba segment, and then like the outro. So between the outro, and intro, like cuts into the Booba time. So less than 50% is Booba's at that point.
I don't care if I don't see Booba Heaven. Like, I don't know, like, do I deserve it? No. I've made my peace with wherever I end up at this point. I'm not watching those fucking kids. I'm not watching these fucking human actors. I came here for round, fluffy, little fucking ethereal, magical atoms. And they're weird little, like, collar foreskins or whatever. And they're flying.
So many Sonic 06 songs I've been getting. Yo, Sonic Heroes! Bingo Highway.
Bingo Highway is nice.
That's the route Bingo the Multiva takes every day to work.
It's sad, but I think Bingo the Multiva is just never going to be finished. I think we need to just come to terms with this.
It wasn't at Sage this year.
It's been so many years, you know, like...
It was sad not to see him at Sage this year, especially because the developer like showed up to our stream last year. I was looking forward to that again.
I've been feeling very wistful about the march of time recently. I don't know. I'm not gonna get into it now because it's the most depressing stuff humanly imaginable, but like, Jesus.
It's my birthday. I'm gonna be nice on my birthday.
Okay, I'm gonna be nice on your birthday. Hey everybody, do you know it's only his birthday?
It's my birthday!
Yeah, it's her birthday.
Okay, how do I get to the boss thing? It's over there somewhere. Sage without Bingo is like a star without the sky.
Elena's birthday has become a little bit of an in-joke. Because for like a week or more before, she's just been pulling the "it's my birthday soon, you gotta be nice to me" card for everything. And it has been so fucking insufferable. And everybody's been like, you didn't give us fucking preferential treatment in the weeks before our birthdays. And she's like,
yeah, they keep
well,
being
that's
like,
because you didn't claim it.
Yeah, I know, it's like you... I demand the preferential treatment.
Chroma, I swear to God.
Birthday.
Chroma, I am gonna suplex you in a fucking second. Don't you fucking enable her.
Yeah, it's like if you want to act like that on your birthday, it's your right. I'm not gonna stop you. Right, who are we fighting this time? Oh, what this?
I can get mad at her.
Oh, Sonic Heroes. The final boss of Sonic Heroes.
His name is Metal Overlord.
His name is Sonic Heroes.
He didn't fucking turn himself into a dragon for you to call him Sonic Heroes. I love Metal Overlord, he's cool. Because he's fundamentally an extension of Metal Sonic. And he's the culmination of Metal Sonic's fucking I'm the loser version complex, and I find that incredibly compelling.
Infinite never got anything like that. Because he's the loser version of Shadow. Like, that's basically the dynamic. So, like, Metal Sonic, so Infinite is to Shadow what Metal Sonic is to Sonic, or at least that's how it would be in a better world.
I think I like the fact that Infinite's a complete and utter fucking waste of space, though. Like, that's my favorite thing about him, is that, like...
I guess
he's not even good enough to be the Metal Sonic to Shadow,
I was gonna say that, I think that makes him a good foil to Shadow in that case. Being completely incompetent is kind of the opposite of Shadow when you get down to it. That was a Dragon Ball ass line right there.
Yeah, it kind of was, wasn't it?
Ouch. Ouch. I suck at this. Ouch! You completely killed me.
I think you should have timed your jumps.
I was trying to.
Okay, so...
This sucks.
Yeah. Okay. So in
Oh,
Sonic Heroes, Metal Overlord was voiced by Ryan Drummond, who was the Sonic VA at the time. But with like he was doing like an evil voice. So he had like a load of filters, right?
oops.
I think I've seen
I'm
conflicting
sticking up
things.
this fight.
I saw some people saying he's being voiced by the Eggman guy now, and I saw some people saying he's being voiced by Roger Craig Smith. Let me look this up actually. Metal Overlord.
This music sounds like World Ends With You. This is very World Ends With You coded music.
Wait. Oh, wait, hold on. Apparently he wasn't voiced by either of them.
Oh, beautiful.
Apparently he was voiced by somebody called Ray Chase.
Oh.
Who the fuck is Ray Chase?
I bet he likes ray tracing.
Da-da-da-da-da. Let's see what he's done.
Hello, Koala. Thank you for the birthday wishes.
He's the dub voice of Bruno Bucciarati in JoJo. He voiced some fucking Jujutsu Kaisen. He voiced Tengen Uzi in Demon
For some reason, I
Slayer.
thought you said he voiced some kind of shit. Like Shadow just calls him an idiot. What do you mean unstable terrain? It's literally the ocean.
That's a terrain of sorts.
Doesn't Terra mean Earth? Like
Elena.
referring to the ground?
Oh my lord, Elena.
What?
The ultimate nerd form.
I'm not a nerd. And it's my birthday, so you gotta be nice to me.
Okay, I'm sorry, you're not a nerd.
You can't insult me on my birthday, that's not fair. He's the king of all creation. The lord of all creation. I like how they just kind of made up an entire, like, new boss fight for him. Because the one in Sonic Heroes was nothing like this at all.
I mean, yeah, I mean that's kind of how like the boss fights in Generations tend to be, though, right? Like the Death Egg robot fight in the original is nothing like it is in 2.
I got a D.
Oh no!
I really sucked at that fight.
And then the Egg Dragoon fight, you know, in the original you're the Werehog, but in the Gens version you were like Sonic, so they had to just come up with something completely new.
Mm. Well, that was fun. I hope there's a Shadow the Hedgehog stage. That's like my one wish.
What more can I
Why do they make such a gross slurping sound that they blink?
Christmas.
Why is that unnecessary?
Wait, the slurping sound?
When they blink, yeah, they go.
I feel a connection.
I didn't want to hear that.
Wait, that can't be real. That sounds too disgusting.
It is the power of Black Doom.
Grandfather?
Faustian deal with that monster to create Shadow. Now it seems that we all have to pay for my sins.
So my powers, that symbol, they're all connected.
Maria's illness couldn't be treated on Earth. I could better manage her condition on the Ark, even if her family didn't like the idea. I attempted to develop the ultimate life form as a means to find a cure for Maria. My own experiments reached their frustrating limits. So when that alien warlord reached out to me,
He reached out to me.
of chaos control,
He like called him up.
I accepted.
Like, hey Gerald, how's it going?
The ultimate life.
Heard you're having trouble making the ultimate life form.
Black Doom
Just thought I'd reach out and, you know,
warrior for
give you a hand if you
So
want.
these new
Talk to you
abilities
later.
are all part of his grand design. You two are linked by blood. As you grow in power, so does he. He will either take control of your mind and make you his ultimate weapon, or take over your body and be reborn in you.
Sounds kind of like MPreg, Gerald.
You made me the ultimate life form, Professor. Black Doom is a fool. I'll take this power.
I will not become pregnant with my own dad. Oh, there's some weird purple gunk now. The chat is going hog wild after that. Go find those devices. Me when I finding the devices.
Top 10 funny devices. Number 1.
You know what the environment here really makes me think of?
You.
No, the Splatoon 3 story mod.
Most people just leave it at, oh, it's Bowser's Fury. So that's a nice comparison.
I'm getting vibes of the Splatoon 3 story mod, for sure. It's just like all the white, I think. It's making me think of that more than Bowser's Fury at the moment. Look at this icky paint like goop. It's moving!
Something calls to me.
The egg.
Running past a Mega and not even asking how he's doing.
Sorry. No. Oh yeah, I forgot about the wings. Doom morph? Oh, wait, it's still not the wings yet. Or did I already got the wings, I think. Doing a jump through a morph ball. Speed through the corruption and jump great heights by using another morph ball.
Reach higher locations with this.
It's so cool that I can reach higher locations with that. If I don't suck at it, I can reach higher locations.
I believe in your ability not
Makes
to
me feel
suck
like a
alone.
games journalist when I fuck up a tutorial. Lava shelter. There's music from Shadow the Hedgehog.
Can I be honest for a second?
Uh-huh.
I hate this fucking squid so much.
Oh dear. Vengeance is mine for Radical Highway. Yeah, I was talking about Splatoon.
And now you're a squid. Squid in the ink.
I get
Unleash the
that.
Kraken.
Unleash the backsacking Kraken.
No. No.
I don't remember how to use the
Yeah.
wings, if I already got those. Or am I like just having a brain fart here? I'm gonna imagine I'm having a brain fart.
And then he's got a little thought balloon. And the thought balloon, it's Elena having a thought balloon, and that thought balloon has a little fart in it.
Oh. The fuck am I supposed to get in there? I guess I gotta be the squid. How do I become squid? Ah, there we go. Oh, you gotta be fucking with me right now. If you touch the water, you're no longer squidding.
Well, you know, it's like Splatoon. It's like squids can't survive in water, famously.
Everybody knows this.
Yeah,
Boys don't
everybody
know
knows.
this. Ever think about the beef stroganoff song and how boys don't know this?
I'm really hoping you remembered.
Remembered what?
Oh yeah, you remembered, don't worry.
Okay. Oh boy, what's this? Oh boy, what's this level? Boys refuse to know this. The fuck is this? Is this more Sonic Forces?
I don't know. Is it?
Looks like it, because those big robots are here. Having played through the game 3 times, you'd think I remember it better than I do.
Let's see if you can figure out the name of the stage by the time you finish it.
No, I won't. I don't remember Sonic stage names, Beth.
Well, not the name, if you can remember where it's from by the time you're finished.
I don't recognize the music either.
They took a lot of liberties with the track for this one. For reasons that are obvious when you figure them out.
Oh, it's Sonic Frontiers.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, wait, these platforms, these are frontiers. Oh shit. Oh, the robots. Oh shit, this is Sonic Frontiers.
Boys only know she's stroking me off till I beef. And... It's incredible. There's so many little downslopes in this level design, I don't understand why. Please give me a reason to benefit from. Please give me a reason
It's
to
so
interact
bizarre
with
to
these.
be in like Sonic Frontiers land, but it's like a typical Sonic level design.
I know, it's a tribute to the subjectivity of the game experience, you know? Because remember when you were saying you think everything that happens in Sonic games is just literal, it's like actually happened exactly like that?
Uh-huh.
Okay, well where was this part of Chaos Island when you were playing it in Frontiers?
Well, it just didn't play through it like this.
This is entirely new terrain.
Okay, well this is the part where Shadow was, obviously.
It's an island, and you could trace the coast. There's
Well,
nowhere
this
to
was
hide
the other
extra
part of the
stage.
island.
What do you mean the other part? What do you mean the other part, Elena?
You know what I mean.
No, I don't. There's nowhere to hide the rest of. There's nowhere to hide parts of the stage.
What if they did a stage from Sonic Dream Team?
The island flipped. It's like Fortnite. Don't mention Fortnite around Elena.
Yeah, don't mention Fortnite or I'll explode, yo. Oh, the volcano. Shrek's over there. I remember. Remember Shrek being over there.
Oh my god, that clip of like the fucking Obi-Wan Anakin duel and the lava bridge from Shrek 1 taking place like concurrently is the best thing ever. I genuinely think that's how like cinematic universes should work. Fuck all these like high profile crossovers and stuff. Why not just have like little things like this? It'd be so funny if like the emotionally poignant climax of one movie is happening in the background of like a random like comedy adventure set piece from another. Speaking of which, you know how a minute ago you went up a ramp and you got like a really good shot of the volcano erupting?
Uh-huh.
The thing that triggers the volcano erupting in Sonic Frontiers is Sonic completing the pinball table. So that's what he's doing while you're playing the stage.
Oh my god. Can't believe Sonic was playing pinball while I was fighting for my life in here. What do they call it? Sonic Frontiers. I'm fighting for my life in here. This is kind of fucked up when you think about it, because this game is like built out of Sonic Frontiers.
Yeah.
And they built Sonic Frontiers in Sonic Frontiers. What the fuck happened?
Yo, dog, I heard you like Sonic Frontiers, so I put Sonic Frontiers.
Did you see that, Vince?
Sonic Frontiers.
How did they do that? Why was it?
Die?
Why did that happen? No.
Woo! Oh yeah, so you know how when you jump, there's like a cap on how much up speed you can get?
Uh-huh.
Not when you're the fucking squid.
Let's do this.
What the The squid kind of sucks.
Yeah, the squid's terrible. Nobody likes the squid.
Not even its own mother?
Nope. We've got another Zombom situation on our hands.
The squid not even a mother could love.
Why do they call it Sonic Frontiers when you front in the back ears of front side turn ears?
What?
I'm really proud to say that I actually understand the question of oven now. Like, I get what they were getting at.
Of out hot, eat the food.
Yeah, it should be called an oven out. Because you got a bin, which is called a bin because you put the stuff
like
in.
the juxtaposition of it having John Arbuckle there, and he's like sticking his booty out. So I always just like, it's a still image, but I always imagine him like wiggling his butt while he's saying that.
Interesting.
Which really adds to it, I think.
I'm gonna really add to you in a
sassy,
minute.
you know? Oh, thank you, I love additions.
Out of my way.
I got more pages. I'm really collecting my pages.
What is
Oh man, the
this,
Frontiers
Uke of
shit is
Lele?
here. No, it's Slender. I'm making a Slender reference.
Oh, I see, I see.
You know, collect my pages. Need to send me an email real quick? Oh no, I'm getting terrible, terrible Frontiers flashbacks. Fucking towers.
People have been pooping their asses off about how much it's like, oh, it's so great there's no popping in this open world. It's so great there's no popping in this open world. Wow, why if only there was no popping in Frontiers like there is here. And you know what, right?
Uh-huh.
People are aware that like the open world here is tiny compared to the islands in Frontiers, right? Like, they do understand that, like, number one, it's tiny, and number two, it's got, like, a lot less going on. Like, it's a lot more like it's a lot more like a level select.
Thank you, everybody. There's not going to be a Shadow the Hedgehog stage, is there? Can't believe this. Because there's only this stage that opened. There's not two this time. It's just Frontiers. I would. Hey, look, there's Shrek. There's the Shrek zone. Yo.
I like how now you don't associate Shrek with. Oh no! Yeah, it's green. I forgot about that completely. Well, that's not a swamp lane. It's a sulfur garden.
It's a swamp.
It's not a. It's not a swamp.
It's my birthday today. We get to call it the swamp.
Okay, it's a swamp, dear.
Thank you.
This is the ultimate power.
Hey, dear. It's the 11th. It's 14th for the 11th. It's my birthday, and we're like, yes, honey. I'm trying to do a 4 p.m. thing. I'm too tired to make it work though. You get what I'm getting at.
It's 4 p.m. honey, time for my birthday.
Oh my fucking lord. I'm gonna be so insufferable on my birthday now.
Good.
I'm gonna make.
That's what you should be.
I'm gonna make you look tolerable in comparison.
Well, cause you're always you always downplay your birthday.
That's because I hate myself and getting old.
But also, it's your special day where everybody has to be nice to you.
Everybody's
They give
already
you
nice
things.
to me. People already give me stuff all the time.
People have to pay special attention to you. Yeah, but like it's your birthday though.
I'm gonna be honest. It feels like I get preferential treatment just everywhere I go anyway.
Like
I was like
so lucky.
Like, I was just hanging around in, like, some voice call after watching Dragon Ball a couple days ago in, like, somebody's server, right? And, like, literally, like, 5 times people were like, this? I was like, yeah. And they're like, you're cool. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah, nobody ever says that to me.
I think that's because they're intimidated by
Because
how
I'm
cool
pooping,
you are,
I'm
actually.
pooping stinky, and I fart too much. Everybody's just like, Elena, you're stinky.
I mean, you could probably do stinking a bit less, but you are cool.
It was minding my business, and then I heard a smell. Was looking around it. It was kind of pretty easy to tell. It was a stink bug.
Oh my god. A little why?
Sticking around, stink bug. Just an old stink bug. Well, Mario game much?
It is a bit blocky, isn't it? It's a little bit.
No, I meant that platform was like a Mario thing.
Oh, I see. I see.
You know those like the parabeetles where like when you stand on their back they go down?
Yeah,
And
they're
when you
cute.
jump they go up. It's just like that.
Are they supposed to be the para form of Buzzy Beetles, or are they a different thing?
I think so, because they're called parabeetles.
So they have feet somewhere in there.
Maybe. I don't know how
Well, Buzzy
Buzzy I
Beetles
don't know
have
how
feet.
Buzzy Beetle anatomy works. Maybe the wings are like a maybe like legs are like a what's the term? Like a genetic trait
Vestigial.
that like
Recursive.
What
No,
the-
no.
I found you, Shadow.
The blue hedgehog of all places.
A regressive trait, I think it's called.
That makes sense.
My business is finished.
Yeah, sorry, but that Chaos Emerald and I have a
Hey,
thing
El
with the monster.
Smithy. You arrived just in time for
Hello.
hogs.
It'll be a date to die for.
It's my birthday.
It's Leia's birthday. You've got to be nice to her. Otherwise
Yeah.
she'll fucking moan.
Do I have to do this boss fight, but like, no, I'm playing a Shadow this time? Or do we just watch Shadow get bodied in a cutscene this time? See, this is why it's good we play Generations first. This is fresh in our memory. Oh, good to see you. Glad you could join.
Nice hustle, but I won this one. So I'm taking the emerald. See ya!
Fucking leaves.
And a lot of people on Twitter were like, wow. You know, we've seen Sonic do his little, like, his little sassy lines after winning, but we've never been the one whose ass was kicked before. No wonder
Speaking
so
of
many people
ass,
hate
they
this
put that
guy.
right there in the... right there where we get a good luck.
No, he has a fake emerald. I'll have you swap it for the real thing after I'm finished with my mission.
Wow, look at you. As a professional jewel thief, I approve.
I like this little fucking wrinkle they added to the story of Sonic Generations.
Hey, Elena.
And also they did that, because I was like, what other character are they going to like come up with to put in here? Because like the only one I can think of is like Rouge, but she's already in Generations.
Elena.
Yeah.
So, the plan is that Rouge will eventually swap the fake emerald for the real one, right?
Uh-huh.
Do you remember during the Generations Sonic playthrough when I was like, you just got rouged? And do you remember when I made the observation about Rouge pickpocketing and gloves? When the camera panned over to show you the Time Eater Gate opening, she stuck it in there and took the emerald.
Oh, no.
Canon.
Oh,
Absolutely
no.
canon. That's the exact moment. That's logically the exact moment. Oh.
Incredible. Like how it makes you go, like, see the fucking boss gate first before you can start collecting the keys for it.
Don't you like seeing the boss gate? Don't you like taking a look at that thing?
I don't care. Sorry.
Wow, the not carer.
Also,
The
I'm
not
doing well 'cause
first.
it's my birthday today, hooray!
Oh yeah, nobody likes Rouge's current voice. It doesn't help that I think the current VA
I don't
is like
remember what it
some
used to
weird
sound like.
trumpist or something.
I have
You
no
sound-
opinion one or the way or the other. It sounds the same to me. I don't remember it being different.
I'll get a comparison video for you after this is done.
I say.
I think she's like a trumpist or something.
She plays the trumpet?
No. Like, so I am doing a bit of a joke here, because in the dialect I come from, trumping can mean farting, right? But I mean like a right-winger.
Chaos Island.
Oh yeah, Lonnie Manella was like the best, I think. The one who was doing it during the 4Kids days was pretty alright as well. The current one just like is just doing
have
like
one
some
key, huh?
Valley Girl or whatever. It doesn't really work.
I'm a squid and I can't get up.
I'm a squid and I can't get up.
Yeah. Oh no, I'm a squid and I can't get up. That is my impression of American Mario.
I hope Lonnie's still. I don't know. I don't know what she's up to at the moment. Let me go look her up. Let's have a look. Lonnie Manella, born 1950. Okay, so filmography. 2002, Burn Up Excess. 2003, Dot Hack / Sign. In 2003, did Gene Shaft. In 2006, did Justice League Unlimited. In 2007, did All Grown Up. In 2018, did Motown Magic. Feature films, 1992, Fern Gully, The Last Rainforest. And then 2019 did The Queen's Corgi and It Chapter 2. Video games has done... Oh shit, there's a lot here. Astral, Avengers in Galactic Storm, Nightlight. All of the voices in Bubsy 3D. Candyland Adventure, Diablo, Snowboard Kids, Land Before Time games, Nightmare Ned, StarCraft, Rocky and Bullwinkle, Know It All game, Nancy Drew games, Snowboard Kids 2, Blue Stinger, Evil Zone, Duke Nukem 0 Hour. Did a load of Sonic games up until 2004. Tail Concerto, 40 Winks, Make an X, Evil Dead, Hail to the King, D2, Diablo 2, Lord of Destruction, Half-Life Decay, Airblade, Frogger the Great Crest.
Fucking Frogger games.
Backyard Baseball 2003, Slots from Bally Gaming, Backyard Football, Backyard Soccer 2004, Rogots, Go-Go Hypergrind, Counter-Strike, Condition Zero, Devil May Cry 3, Dante's Awakening. The Soul Calibur games 2005 till present as Ivy Valentine. Did the Lord of the Rings Battle for Middle-earth 2, Runway 2, Dream of Turtle. Wait, Runaway 2, Dream of Turtle. What a fucking weird name for a game. Fire Emblem Radiant Dawn. Did the Professor Layton games up until 2018. Smash Brothers Brawl as Lucas, Lynn, and Pitt. Did Penumbra Black Plague, Penumbra
I didn't know Lynn
Requiem.
was in Super Smash Bros. Brawl.
It's pretty wild. Her voice clips from Brawl were used in the Mother Free Fran translation. That's on the Wikipedia. Or maybe she did new lines, I don't know. She's on here, that's all I know. Marvel Ultimate Alliance 2, Mario and Sonic at the Winter Olympic Games, the DS version only, archive footage. Oh, I see, so they used her Omochao voice clips, I see. Or something like that. Borderlands, New Super Mario Bros. Wii was Larry, Morton, Wendy, Lemmy, all those Koopas. Darksiders, Star Trek Online, Amnesia: The Dark Descent. God, she just fucking.
One of those voice actresses assistant everything.
Yeah, we're getting there though. Like it starts to dry up towards the end. I think she's like. She's getting to less now. So Mortal Kombat, Elder Scrolls, Skyrim, Warhammer 40k, Dawn of Retribution, Mass Effect 3, New Super Mario Bros. 2. A lot of that's just the fucking Koopa kids again. New Super Mario Bros. U, StarCraft 2, Last of Us, Strider, Off the Record, The Italian Affair, Smash Brothers for 3DS and Wii U. Awesome Noughts, Rad Rangers, Fire Emblem Heroes, XCOM 2, War of the Chosen, Remothered, Tormented Fathers, Subnautica, Remothered, Tormented Fathers, War of the Overworld, Underworld Games. I'm so close to done, I'm so sorry it's taking so long. God of War, Bendy and the Ink Machine, Dark Parables, Return of the Salt Princess, Dark Parables, The Match Girls, Lost Paradise, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, Medieval, Summit of the Wolf, Last of Us Part 2, Wasteland 3, Remothered Brokered Porcelain, Sim Settlements 2, World of Warcraft Shadowlands, Remothered, Double Pack, Choices, Stories You Play, Captain is Dead, Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Furious, Boom Boom and Pom Pom, Shadow Man Remastered, Mass Effect Legendary Edition, Chivalry 2, Happy Humble Burger Farm, Sucker for Love, First Aid, Lord of the Rings Online, Rangers of the Ruin, Chivalry 2, 10-year Nastian Invasion, Hearthstone, Voices, I can say, Identity V, Back for Blood, Overload, Dead Space Remake, Killer Clouds from Outer Space, the game! And also 4 different podcasts. Jesus fucking Christ, Lani Manella. Holy fuck.
Fuck me.
Lani Manella is so fucking powerful.
There we go.
I do remember, I think, and obviously pinch of salt, because this is just going off of stuff I've heard, right? But I heard that, during, because I know in SA2, I think she was, the voice director or something, right? Because it sounds like the entire, dubbing process for the adventure games was a little bit of, an inherent shit show, especially in English. So she took a lot of the reins, of stuff. And I know that, at the very least, the casting of Big was done because she knew John St. John and called him up personally and offered him the role.
I'm getting spumbled.
No!
I'm getting spumbled by Shadow Generations on my birthday.
Somebody's got to tell Shadow that he's got to be nice to you on your birthday.
Somebody tell the developers of this game to stop doing this to me on my birthday.
This is the ultimate power.
Do you remember that one Reddit story that was oh, my parents prefer my sister and all the birthdays we have are secretly for her? And
yeah, or was it the little sister?
Yeah.
Who's extremely spoiled.
Yeah, and I think she might have been she might have been an unlikely to survive baby, so that she's become the little miracle child or whatever. And it's they end up blowing up on their birthday when the cake ends up.
It's
just
their 18th birthday.
Yeah, and then the rest of their family basically bullies their parents into being better parents for a while, and then the sister goes to boot camp or whatever. And then that story got mulched into a million copycats.
Oh no.
It became part of the fake Reddit story meta.
Oh my god.
Oh, I'm glad.
There was a video by Lee Speaks who she did a really long video just going over every trope of fake Reddit stories. It was very oh, I really fucked myself this time.
Did she cover the Reddit man's hero's journey?
I'm not sure.
Can I tell chat about the Reddit man's hero's journey?
Also, I'm glad that it's making your day better hanging out here, Smith. I'm glad to hear that.
That's probably the best thing we can accomplish. Is
yeah.
Yeah. But can I tell chat about the Reddit man's hero's journey? Let me go fucking find the post. Let me go find the post.
Are you seeing that? It's a good one.
I think it's probably the most meaningful thing I've ever. I wish there was an easier way of finding your finding a post on your Tumblr than going to the archive and then loading the entire thing that takes several minutes, and then Control F. Can I just Google it 1 second? BisTheFairy.
Tumblr's search function is remarkably bad because you're supposed to be able to click on a tag. Right, and then, or put a tag in a search, and then it shows you every post tagged with that on the account. But it doesn't do that. It just, sometimes I'll search for something I know, a tag that I know I've used, and it'll give me nothing. Or like there's a specific post with the tag, and then like other stuff that I tagged with that will come up, but not that one. And then there's like what was I gonna say? Wait, what am I doing over here? Wait. Right, and then I'll pick a different tag that the post is tagged with, right? And now the post will show up. It's like it didn't show up for one of the tags that it's tagged with, but it'll show up for the other one. I don't understand.
Oh, I think I found it. Okay. So, basically, as Reddit stories slowly converging content, optimizing themselves for maximum drama, relatability, catharsis, etc., it's possible to see certain common narratives form. One I've been seeing a suspicious amount of times is the Reddit man's hero's journey. Okay, there's a good man in a long-term relationship or married to a woman. Things are good until some bad influence enters his partner's life. Feminist best friend, ego-boosting promotion, new social circle, and it causes her to do a 180 from loving partner to either distant and cold or ungrateful and vindictive. She cheats. Then she does something suspicious, like suddenly having interest in an open relationship, which is always a confession of infidelity in these stories. The man realizes he has some way to undermine his partner's privacy and does so. Her phone plan is in his name, or she never logged out of Facebook on an old iPad, etc. And immediately finds, and what he finds is so bad that it immediately vindicates him for snooping. So despite being a kind and loving man, he is able to immediately shed all care and consideration he had for her well-being, immediately recategorizing her as an enemy or a mere obstacle. He doesn't confront her immediately and either pretends to be his usual loving self or intentionally acts cold and distant as possible, while refusing to... Stonewalling, yeah. Which often causes her confusion or distress. He compiles a fuck to her chat...
Excuse me. That's the term that thing
Grey
is.
rock. Compiles to her chat logs or other evidence.
Trying to do that, it obviously doesn't work.
Concocts a grand master plan, and puts the plan to action, meaning the cheating partner is likely caught in the act. Evidence is sent to friends, family, and employers. If there was a marriage, then divorce lawyers of airtight cases are deployed. Angry at being confronted or caught, the partner will often try to weaponize her womanhood at some point during this, and or turn into a double standard spouting straw feminist. Despite any complications or hardships, the man will manage to swiftly and successfully disconnect his and his partner's living situations. This will usually prompt an accelerated downfall in the partner's life. Friends and family will abandon her due to her infidelity. Sometimes key members of her family will actually stay friends with her ex, but not her. She gets fired from work, somehow. The corrupting influence either pulls her down to more depraved lows, or being fundamentally unloyal abandons her in her time of need. Whoever she cheated with also abandons her and ultimately ends up sucking in some way, even she realizes eventually. Now ex-partner realizes she fucked up and ruined her entire life, suddenly wants the good man, OP, back, spams him with messages, begs him to forgive her. The man exercises his right to not reply or acknowledge to any of this, but conspicuously doesn't bother blocking her number, making sure she's able to throw desperate pleas into the void. Yeah, pretty much. I'm almost at the end. Ex-partner gradually gets more desperate and sinks lower and lower, tortured by the lack of response until eventually she either attempts or commits suicide. The good man expresses some token sympathy, but feels absolutely zero sense of responsibility for how tragically things worked out. Because his snooping was justified by infidelity, his plotting and lies came after her. It's not his fault what people thought of the truth he told them. It's not his job to show any care or concern for his cheating acts. It's a story wherein every man gets betrayed by a woman who's just to stand in for the audience's fears of betrayal, manages to sidestep all the messy, mixed emotions, and immediately goes into calculated revenge mode, and via a contrived series of events, manages to entirely destroy the person who hurt him, but without ever actively doing anything specific, without having to be held responsible. It is just this really hyper-specific, fucked up, unhinged power fantasy where you manage to
Does it usually have all of these tropes? By the way, like
I've seen
like a few of them.
I've seen a few that have all of them though. I've seen a few that have literally all of this. And you know, I missed out some of the other things again.
It's Shrek's here.
Like, there's quite often a scene where, like, you know, if they had kids, they have to, you know, there's a scene where they have to be like, oh, I didn't want to have to tell the kids, but they were asking too much. I had to explain to them that Mummy doesn't love them anymore, and it's like, Mummy chose to ruin our family. I don't know. It's just this thing where it's like, Reddit has a very specific view of morality, where it's like, the amount of bad you are is based on the amount of bad actions you have committed, right?
Uh-huh.
So, if one person did bad things, right, and then you just silently show yourself to be a callous, uncaring monster, right?
Uh-huh.
Technically, you didn't do anything, you know? So you're, you know, it's like... You don't get that, right?
I guess so.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just like, you know, it's like they always view passivity as justified, but anything active, it can be judged, and that can be weaponized. But yeah, I've actually seen, I think those have kind of gone away a little bit recently, mostly because the fake Reddit story meta is now just on pure slop, right? Because it takes effort to write a story with that, because those stories, you know, even if they're like, you know, they're obviously fake, and they're just a series of like, they're preying on just a load of like, you know, vaguely anti-feminist sentiments or whatever. Like, they're a work of art, you know. They convey something about the person who wrote them, right? Nowadays, most Reddit stories are just these hyper vague AI generated pieces of shit. It's amazing because you'll watch these videos and they'll have titles.
There was one you told me about recently, and I was like, "How much you want to bet this wasn't even posted on Reddit?" And it wasn't.
Yeah, they can't even bother to find real Reddit stories now. They're just making their own.
Chat GPT that shit.
And you can tell when it's Chat GPT because, like,
it'll give no concrete details.
Yeah, Chat GPT loves to assure you of how many details there were without stating any of them.
Yeah, it was just like everything.
Yeah, like, and it loves to say the same things over and over and over.
How the fuck do I get up there?
I think that's the reason why ChatGPT and like AI in general loves to use the word delve, right?
Yeah, their favorite word is delve for some reason.
Because they spend half all their time talking about how they're definitely going to get into a topic without actually getting into it.
Let's delve right in.
Yeah, it's deep dive, it's a delve, we're going to get to the core of this, you know. Now, Reddit stories do love revenge. I think the problem is people need to recognize that cruelty is an inherent part of human nature, right? I think. Because once you acknowledge that cruelty is a thing that you can feel, right? It's not that there's good people, like, if you recognize that nobody's perfect and you're capable of being cruel, right?
Uh-huh. Then
you can, like, feel those feelings, but decouple them from, like, your actual, like, your reasonable response, right? The problem is a lot of people believe in the idea that there's good people and bad people, right?
Uh-huh.
And they believe they're good people, and they think that good people don't have bad thoughts. So these people who believe themselves to be good, they really want to be nasty to somebody, right? They're angry and they're frustrated and they want to take it out on somebody, right? But they're unable to recognize that that's a flaw. You know, they're unable to recognize that's a limit of their own mind. So then they have to find acceptable targets and they have to make up excuses, you know?
Forget about the sliding.
Reddit will never be as bad as Facebook, though. Facebook's like the pinnacle of people who just, you know, they want to be angry at something, right?
Uh-huh.
I will never get back. There's this one thing I saw during the lockdown, and it sticks with me. And I mention it all the fucking time. But it was just a Facebook post where somebody was like, "Oh, these 3 local youths were spotted on a train together, not wearing masks," right?
Uh-huh.
And then there's just some fucking old scrodgelet in the fucking comments, some fucking old bastard. And he just says, and his comment, which I think had no capitalization, no grammar, it was the most plain thing imaginable, was just, "Bring back hanging." And I just think, like, what?
That one.
What a sad little fucking thing.
There was just a key over here for some reason. Hey, Sasha? Should I be getting ready to go soon? Okay. Well, let's go fight this boss and then we'll end the stream there.
Exactly, Ruby. That's the thing with, like, all AI stuff, right? Is that, like, it's very good at sounding... AI stuff is, like, this interesting, like, phantom, right? It's like they take the corpses...
Go deeper into it because it doesn't actually know anything.
Yeah. And then, you know, it's like AI music, I cannot remember any of it, you know? AI music has this wonderful tendency to just go one in one ear and out the other.
Uh-huh.
The only AI images I can remember are usually ones that have, like, gained significance outside of their original context. AI images go in one ear out the other. Everything, like, you know, it's just... It's filler. It's meaningless fucking packing peanuts that tricks you into thinking you've seen something, but it has, like, it's inherently soulless and meaningless.
Mm.
And I think that, like, that's a problem that cannot be overcome, you know?
Certainly not with the methodology that they're using to produce these things.
Yeah.
Okay, how do I get into the boss place again?
Because you get all these fucking, like,
where was
people
that
who
little
are
doorway
like...
in there? I, like, stumbled into it accidentally.
you know the big chunk you're on?
Yeah.
There's a little puddle of purple on one side of it that's like a grating you gotta go through.
Well, I remember that, but where is it?
Like, down at sea level.
Oh, there it is. Thank you.
No problem, darling.
It's almost faster to navigate the purple stuff without the squid by just boosting. Jumping and boosting. That's when you get stung by a boo from Mario. That's a boosting.
Thank you for that, Elena. They don't have stingers, though.
Well, they do in my mind palace.
Wow. Jumping and pooping. Great.
Jumping and popping.
Oh, jumping and popping. Oh, sorry.
I would have been down for jumping and pooping though. Really dropped the ball there. We could have had jumping and pooping. Society if we were jumping and pooping, and that's the utopia image. Society if jumping and pooping was legal.
Why not? Then aren't you down for pooping? Too true, Chroma.
Excuse me.
Elena's a major league pooper.
I have not.
You and your damn floor hole.
Don't
Yeah,
bring
we're
that
bringing the
back.
floor hole
We're
back!
not bringing it.
We're
It's my
bringing the floor
birthday. You
back!
can't do this to me. It's my birthday. You can't do this.
Okay, tomorrow we're bringing the floor
No.
hole back.
There's no. Mm-mm.
What was the name of the creatures that used to live in the hole?
No, there's no shut up. Shut up right now.
What is
Oh,
this?
here's the Shadow the Hedgehog
Seal of some
stage.
sort?
I think the funny thing is, right?
Oh man, it spilled its icky paint like goop everywhere.
Oh my god, it really has.
Oh, it's not. It's Sonic 06. I don't know, this environment just kind of reminded me of Shadow the Hedgehog. I guess it should remind me of Sonic 06 because I remember the weird, like, glowing crystals and shit.
I think one of the biggest testaments to the fact that AI sucks is that AI, when they use AI to make a picture move, right? A lot of
Who is
images.
Mephiles, by the way, I don't really know much about him.
Okay, so are you ready for the lore dump? The lump as it's known.
Maybe.
So basically, there's a city-state called Soliana that's
Yes,
very
I know that.
tied to its religion,
Yes, yes.
and they have a constitutional monarchy, right?
Uh-huh.
And one of their religious artifacts is this candle that never goes out.
Yeah,
It's
I
called the
remember.
Eternal
Okay.
Flame.
This stuff I
Right.
remember, yes.
Yeah. And basically what happened is about 10 years ago, the Queen of Soliana died. And the king was all like, this saddens me, and also my child. So I'm going to try and run experiments on the Eternal Flame to bring our god Solaris to life, right? Because the flame is supposed to embody Solaris, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they build a big fucking lab under the ocean near Soliana, and they fucking do that shit or whatever. Also remember, it said, you notice how it said hold X rather than mash X? Just making sure you notice that.
I noticed it kind of late
Yeah.
into that.
What was it? Oh yeah, but anyway. So they try to bring Solaris about from the candle, but in doing so they end up splitting it into two Satans. One of them
Who's
Satan. Yeah, it's actually a lot like that one Doctor Who episode, Into the Pit, or whatever it's called.
No, that's a Five Nights at Freddy's thing.
Okay, well, maybe two things have the same fucking name, Elena. But in that Doctor Who episode, they had effectively Satan, but he was split into, like, the monster body, and then the corrupting influence, right? And that's kind of what happened here, is you have you have Iblis, which is the fire and brimstone big monster
shit.
thing. And then you have Mephiles, who's more of sort of the trickster Satan, you know, the one who tempts you.
I say.
And basically his entire thing was he was manipulating everybody to try and engineer a scenario that would make Princess Elise cry. Because Iblis had been sealed in Princess Elise. And in order to rejoin with Iblis, Mephiles has to intercept Iblis as they leave Elise, or something like that.
Punch him in the fucking face.
Somebody pointed out, right, all the boss gates are, like, normally in, like, reasonable places, right? Mephiles' boss gate is, like, hidden in, like, a fucking weird cave that looks different from the rest of the map, though. That's probably to symbolize the fact that he comes from a timeline that was unwritten by the end. Like he is a wound in time that's trying to scab over.
That's what Shadow just said. There is no future for you, ever.
It's pretty badass.
Defeat Mephiles. Wow, I got an S for that one. Well, that makes up for how much I fucked up on the Perfect Robot, or whatever his name was. Metal General. Metal... What is he called?
Metal Overlord.
Metal Overlord. Sorry.
Hey, you're forgiven.
What did I just call him?
Metal General.
No, before that.
I don't remember.
I can't remember what I just called him.
Metal Sonic.
Which hated that fight. Oh no.
Oh yeah, there was all that pulsing goo, and I think the bitrate might have been a
The
bit.
bitrate shot the bed.
I was watching it in low quality, so I had it even worse. But I put it on high, and then like it seemed fine, or better, I guess.
Get the finger out of here. I don't want to see that. Put that thing away.
Oh my god! I didn't know Black Doom had fingernails.
Warrior that will destroy you.
Yeah, and you got a manicure or something. You went to the spa. I guess it's okay that there's no Shadow the Hedgehog stage, because it's got all this Shadow the Hedgehog stuff in it, you know?
What do you think he means?
Mm.
He learned from our last encounter.
I surmise you defeated him at some point.
It's partially a sequel to that game.
He's grown a new body and used the nebulous nature of time in white space to accelerate his plans for revenge.
Funny that Black Doom is using the power of white
No
space.
mistakes. This time, I will crush every last one of them.
Shadow, no!
Maria?
It breaks my heart to see you so full of anger. This isn't who you are. Do you know why?
That's the opposite of what Shadow always says in Shadow the Hedgehog. He goes, "This is who I am."
But a shadow.
And she just said, "This isn't who you are."
Do you understand? I don't want you to be driven by
Literally the exact opposite.
I want you to be happy. Stand in the light with peace in your heart.
You ran away like a high school girl who just got rejected by her crush.
Oh.
That's what how that run read to me.
I'm gonna be honest, in terms of like a Shadow the Hedgehog stage, right?
Uh-huh.
The question is like, which one would you put in?
It would probably just be level 1, honestly.
Well, that'd be
Like, that's the one-
Westopolis,
yeah,
right?
that's the one that would be the most iconic.
Can I make a controversial statement though?
Uh-huh.
Radical Highway's already in here.
And Radical Highways, Shadow. Radical Highway's way better.
You could do, I mean, there's some other stages you could do.
The Meteor? You mean the Black Comet stage? I mean, that's true. That one would probably have been pretty interesting.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that one. That's the one that I thought that boss fight was taking place on. At first. Alright, after this cutscene's over, I'm gonna stop for now. So she can take me out to dinner.
That sounds good. I hope you have a nice birthday dinner. The blue of happiness.
No, this is making me think
blue
of,
of happiness. The blue of happiness. Funny Latinos.
no, this game is making me think of Got Out of Hell.
That's fair, I can see that. You are currently in hell.
And also there was, like, you just have wings.
You cannot deny me, Shadow. You are finally complete. Come, face me. I shall claim you, mind, body, body and soul and become the perfect being.
Thank you, Rebea.
It is time.
I'm sorry I put you on this path, Shadow, but I'm proud of how you have walked it. I believe in you, son.
Shadow!
It's all right, Maria. I'm letting go of that destructive anger. But I will continue to fight.
This shit goes hard.
Yeah.
It's how small Shadow is really kind of comical when you notice it, though.
Yeah.
Your wish for everyone to have a chance to be happy.
He smiled! He fucking smiled! Shadow Magic smiled! Yes! I should sound right. Okay, you know how on my first playthrough of this, I was like in a bad sort of depressive episode or whatever, and I didn't enjoy any of it, right? So I was like just being miserable the entire time, unable to click with it, right? I was like momentarily broken out of it when Shadow smiled. Shadow smiling was like the one thing I literally screamed when I saw him smile. It meant so much. They didn't let him smile for fucking 20 years, and he finally does.
Oh my god.
What a perfect little man.
Emphasis on little. He's so small. But yeah, thank you everybody for watching. Thank you for joining the birthday stream.
I am the ultimate small form.
I'm gonna be back on Saturday, and I might throw in the Patrick Star game, we'll see. And then definitely, Wizard of Oz on Saturday, and then Sunday, we will do more Secret of Mana and more Sonic X Shadow Generations. So
sounds good.
That should be fun. I'm looking forward to that Patrick game. It looks doofy as hell. It's basically Goat Simulator with Patrick, so it should be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, otherwise thank you for watching. I will see you again soon. Bye bye.
Bye bye. Have a nice birthday.